Hi, Lauren Brown here, Clinical Director of AccuBalance Wellness Center. I'm a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine, a fellow of the American Board of Oriental Reproductive Medicine, and a clinical hypnotherapist and certified laser therapist. And I had recently did a talk on baby manifestation to my friends at Circle and Bloom, and I was asked to do a short version of that. And so here we are, going to talk about baby manifestation. I thought I would use an example to illustrate the power of the mind and the subconscious mind, in fact. And we'll go with a case that I had many moons ago where a woman had come into my practice experiencing fibromyalgia. She'd been diagnosed with fibromyalgia and she was experiencing muscle pain, muscle aches, depression, and fatigue. So those are her three main concerns. Now, I used acupuncture to help get her into that relaxed state, that parasympathetic and alpha brain waves. Acupuncture is wonderful at inducing a relaxed, eliciting a relaxed state. And then we did some manifestation exercises, we'll call them that. And I had her remember a time when she was younger where she was healthy and got her to experience what that was like in her body and to remember what it looked like and felt like. And then we fast forward to 5 years from now. And what would it be like? How would she know if she's healthy and healed and cured? And in this, the key was that she had to remember this experience of being healthy as if it's happening now. And so she saw herself, she noticed her posture was different. She was aware of her breathing being different. So she went through this whole process of noticing she had this confident posture, this deep breathing, deep and longing exhale. She changed her hairstyle. She noticed how she walked in her gait, how it had a different gait. She had her internal dialogue, so she used a few curse words in a positive way to share that she's so successful and happy and healthy, and she just can't believe it's happened, but so grateful it has. She heard what other people were saying, noticing that she looks great. What have you done? You look so good and look so healthy. She got into her body. She got to experience what it felt like in her body, to walk in that body, to sleep in that body, to run in that body. So she had a full experience on the table where she was able to imagine what it was like before and after fibromyalgia, where she didn't have any discomfort and where she had a positive, upbeat mood and she had lots of energy. Now, she came back to my practice 2 weeks after that session, and she was sharing how she was in a lot of pain. And that made me feel like I did something wrong. It triggered in me a program where I'm an imposter or fraud. So that came up for me, which I got to work on. But what was interesting, she shared she's sore. So it wasn't because she had a relapse. She shared she was sore because she had joined a gym. Now, there's two things I want to bring out about this in the manifestation process. One is I never shared and told her or recommended that she should join a gym because exercise is beneficial for depression and fatigue, for example. I didn't say how to get to this healthy place. She just clearly set her intention of what it was like to be healthy, the destination. I often call it GPS, as in when you program your navigation system. Where are you going to be? What's it going to look like when you arrive? And the other thing that's really key here is where she worked, she had to walk by this gym twice a day, 5 times a week. And she'd been going to this job for about 3 years. So that's 10 times a week over 3 years. So many times she's walked by this gym, but only after our session did she join the gym. She had this inclination to join. And that's part of the subconscious work here. And I want to explain this. Your behaviors are always going to be congruent with your programs. Your behaviors and actions will be congruent with your attitude and beliefs. So if you're running a program that you're not deserving, not worthy, I'm a victim, I'm depressed, I am, all these things, then your subconscious is going to look for those opportunities to reaffirm I'm a victim, I'm in pain, I am depressed. In her case, we set up a new program of her being healthy and what that's like. And so that gym was always there, but she never saw that opportunity because it wasn't congruent with health. But now that she was running a health subconscious program, she was able to see more things that were available to her to achieve that program. It's like when you're shopping for a car, all of a sudden you think you see more of that make and model and even color on the road. But there is no more make or model on the road. you're just more aware and tuned into that. So you're seeing it more. Like with the fertility patients I see, all they see is pregnant women or women with babies in strollers, or they watch a TV show or a movie and it has something to do with fertility or IVF. There is no more people struggling with fertility or getting pregnant. It just appears that way because that's where your focus is. And so in this exercise or in this example, these opportunities became available to her, which she was not aware of. She was not conscious of them, but they were always available and always known by the subconscious, but they were ignored, not trickled up into the conscious, because the subconscious is always, the actions and behaviors are always congruent with the subconscious, the programs and belief being the subconscious. And so if your program is not healthy, not well, then you are going to have actions, behaviors that are going to keep you congruent with that. And when you change that program, then you're going to be able to see more opportunities to you. I'm going to bring up a slide here. These are just the tips or steps, better to say steps, that I like to share and use in the manifestation process from all the reading and the studying I've done on the science of consciousness and a manifestation. These seems to be the key steps. And so quieting the body and the mind is key to get yourself into that calm state, that alpha brainwaves where you're open up to more creativity. Clearly setting your intention desires. That's what this example was about. Setting her GPS. She was very clear on what it was like to be healthy. She was able to visualize it. She was able to see it. She was able to experience it in her body as if it was happening now. The emotional charge is key. When I did my training in clinical hypnotherapy, they'd say that the emotion is the charge behind the intention. So if you just have an affirmation or a visualization, but it doesn't bring up a feeling, emotion, then it has a weak charge and less chance of manifesting it. And so the key here is to really bring up the emotion. That is the charge behind the intention, the goal, the desire that you have. Being able to clear negative beliefs, so remove resistance. And I have many tools that I do over Zoom or in clinic with my patients when they're coming in for acupuncture and laser for fertility. In my practice, I'll do the belief change modalities while they're on the table. And if you're not local, then we just do it over Zoom. Coming from gratitude and appreciation, this is about believing as if you have it already. So it's not about desire and want. It's beyond that. You actually have to believe it. It has to feel that you know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. You don't know exactly how, but on a cellular level, you have this sense of excitement or joy because there's this faith that you know it's going to happen. Because you've practiced these steps so much, setting the intention, adding the charge on a regular basis, and clearing any negative or limiting beliefs, it's now starting to root into you on a cellular level. You're starting to undo old programs and now do new programs. And then being able to get out of your way. And that's part of that idea of not being attached to form an outcome. And I have a whole series online on baby manifestation. And so I can take you through the process of the science behind it and then put you through exercises so you are able to do this on your own. And as I mentioned, I also facilitate this one-on-one where over 3 to 5 sessions, as I facilitate, you're getting the hang of it. And so then you can go ahead and continue to do this on your own as well. Thank you very much for checking in on baby manifestation.